We could always, oh, I'm hitting buttons. Ooh, I could share. How interesting. All right, back to Mastering Positive Thinking, Chapter 3. Since we did 1 and 2, cultivating gratitude and appreciation. Now, yesterday I went through all of Chapter 2, and I think it bored the pants off of you and me. But it's so funny because one of the things I'm looking through this chapter, again, it has mindfulness, which, again, I wish the author had like just a chapter on mindfulness, because in reality, I have heard of mindfulness just actually people curing massive diseases in their body just by mindfulness. And this is the chapter he does the most in, it looks like, because I'm like flipping through the book, looking through. Okay, I mean, this one, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that cultivating gratitude and appreciating is always good, but I don't think I'm going to read it verbatim like I did yesterday. I think it bored the pants off everybody, including me. I actually think I kind of got quite tired of it, because I'm like, well, this is not very helpful. But what I find humorous is one of the things is embracing gratitude daily and gratitude journaling. You know, I'm like a month behind on my journal, and I'm usually used to be really, really good, like every day writing in my journal, and I haven't since like April 2nd. But I've got the mindfulness down. You know what I mean? I'm just not doing well at actually journaling it. So I'm going to go through bits and pieces of this. I'm not going to do what we did yesterday, which is like every single line, because I don't think it gave anybody anything. So let's start with so role of gratitude and positive thinking. Not acknowledging things that are going well for you can have a lot of advantages. In fact, gratitude happens to be one of the secret tools behind living with a smile and dealing with stress. That is what they say. Count your lucky stars. But wait, doesn't mean we should brag about our riches. Absolutely not. Our goal is to simply look twice at a few glances. I will say this when it comes to gratitude, and I allow things that I am grateful for and gratitude that comes into my life to humble me. And a lot of people don't do that, and I know the author does not. I'm really, really confident, and I haven't read this book verbatim, but a lot of people don't see it that way. For instance, I've actually gotten messages from people from my Think About It, that how that's helped them in situations that they were in, or it reminded them of somebody that they have lost or something, and they have such gratitude for me doing those, by thanking me and telling me a bit of their story, has done nothing but humble me. So I would even take it, and I don't think he's going to go here with this, because a lot of people don't. I've talked to quite a few inspirational folks, and I've never heard them say, use gratitude to humble yourself. But I do. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, getting text messages. I love the people I have surrounded myself with in life. Again, I am so grateful for. And the things that I am grateful for, which might be why I have such a positive mindset, humble me. Because without them, I wouldn't be who I am. Without the experiences I've had that have led me to them, I wouldn't have what I have. So that is not taken from this book. That I'm trying to go over to help people on mastering their positive thinking. But that's something I will say, that I really, and again, it's kind of what he touched on here, that I have gratitude for the things that I have. And I do count my lucky stars, but I don't brag to people. If anything, yesterday was the last time I had a message from somebody who told me how they enjoyed my posting for my Think About It because it reminds them of their mother who had passed tragically a couple years ago. And that put tears in my eyes. That's how much of a gratitude, humbling experience it is for me. Right. Links between gratitude and positive emotions. Now, like I said, I don't know if everybody kind of does that, but that's what I do. That's, something to put in the back of your head if you're trying to have a more positive mindset. Okay. Scientists keep finding evidence showing how feeling thankful increases happiness levels. They find that people who show gratitude often feel more enjoyment, fulfillment, hopefulness in their lives. Okay, and this study was done in 2019. It appears gratitude releases certain brain chemicals linked to good feelings, like dopamine and serotonin, which we've heard in the past. Counting blessings make us mentally stronger too, building inner fortunes to face adversities without succumbing and concentrating more so concentrating on appreciation that lifts our moods as opposed to concentrating on the storms in front of us. Shifting focus from lack of abundance. I don't know where he's going to go with this, so, let's do this together. Living around a message is telling us we aren't enough. You guys know that's not my message. If you don't think you're enough, just message me. I could go on for 20 minutes to tell you guys how much of enough you absolutely are. So if you need to be surrounded by that, just watch some of my Think About It videos. That should do it. But if not, message me. I'll let you know. By concentrating on treasures nearby instead of conveying exclusive riches, which we may sweep envy and warm satisfaction, noticing bountiful things already there. The spotlights turn away from empty spaces, focusing full brightness and uploaded rooms. I think a realistic story instead of me textbooking this and reading this is much more easy. I was told once that I'm very rich. I look like I'm very rich. I think they saw my kitchen and they saw my countertop. And we bought the house like that. The kitchen and the yard told us, yes, we have a beautiful backyard. We work our butts off to make sure that it stays that way. We bought a house that happened to have a beautiful kitchen setup. Am I rich in money? Absolutely not. I'm barely making ends meet week by week, but I'm very, very rich in spirit. I read the Bible 3 times a day, not just live on YouTube, but I do postings that you guys seen. I'm reading the book of Psalms. Somebody called me out this past weekend, which I thought was interesting. Let me take a sip of tea. Telling me that I'm doing a lot of prayer on camera, but I'm not. This is the best call out I've ever had. Almost ever had in my life. They said, how much praying and meditation do you do on the Lord's words to yourself instead of just being on camera, instead of just doing it in front of other people? How much do you just meditate and pray on the gospel by yourself? None. Absolutely none. And ever since Saturday when I was called out on that, I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to take that time. I am very rich in spirit. I do not have a lot of money. Why do you think I'm doing social media on the side? Okay, along with having a full-time job and running my own company, I'm doing social media on the side. All right. I'm very full in life, but I'm very full of expenses. Okay, so I think that is better and more realistic than me sitting here reading to you and saying shifting focus from lack of abundance. I am very full in life. I do not have a lot of things, but I have a lot of responsibilities, and I do go to bed when my head hits the pillow very fulfilled with my day. Okay. I think realistic, me not reading out a book and telling you that, it kind of makes it more real for you. Okay. So embracing gratitude daily. So this is the things the author kind of, my nose is itchy. Don't mind me, guys. My nose goes from running to not running. It's that time of year where seasonal allergies are here. That's realistic. Okay. So gratitude journaling, which is what I tell you I have failed at miserably this past month. Gratitude affirmations, which I don't know how many of you guys have been with me before. I have my affirmations right there. So I have my company here, my goals or my visions here, and my gratitude here. So I have surrounded myself. So gratitude affirmations, which are verbal reminders about how lucky you are, into a private conversation, and encourages a private conversation of gratitude perspective. Little phrases help rewire mental habits. For instance, I have be strong and courageous. That's 4 words. 4. Be strong and courageous. But that comes from Joshua 6. Joshua was taking over for Moses, which right there's a pair of shoes I would never want to try and fit. Okay, so. And then this one's interesting. Gratitude walks. Go for small treks, focusing on what you adore. Why outside? Shoals, I knew that light was going to happen. It's all of a sudden, if I get really, really bright, it's because I have a light on the side that's on the other side of the curtain, so to speak. All of a sudden kicks on. It has to warm up. The ballast has to warm up. I don't get it either. I'm not an electrician. I deliver bread for a living. Okay. Wandering in nature also means a breathing fresh oxygen, which helps too. Even brief assaulters may inject cheer when noticed. I stare at the backyard every day. And that's where some of the think about it's have come from. Looking at the backyard. Not the thought process so much, but just looking and embracing and enjoying nature and God's beauty just as is. Just staring at that backyard. So I might not be great at going for a gratitude walk. I'm good at affirmations. I've been better at journaling. But I do appreciate, I also get to see, I'm one of the few people that get to see the sunrise almost every day. Almost every day of the week, I get to see the sunrise. It's called being outside in a truck, in a bread truck. And I just happen to see the sunrise almost every day. And there's a great gratitude in that. And I think I can sneak that in instead of a gratitude walk. Sneak that in as like just embracing a gratitude on a daily basis, is seeing that sunrise. I don't always think to take a picture, but I do get to enjoy it. Okay, so this is interesting because now he's getting into mindfulness, and I think this is the only place he really gets into it, so I might actually read some of this. Gratitude and mindful insight stick together like glue. Be thankful, plus make a note of the life goodies often overlooked during busy rushes. This teamwork duo helps keep grateful attitudes, opens doors for fresh joys and warm fuzzy feelings, spread around via simple yet profound acts of taking notice and living in the present. Nothing flashy, just pure, peaceful, blissful stuff. The synergy between gratitude and mindfulness. As a fundamental essential, practicing thanksgiving and paying attention requires complete experience and valuing each individual instance. Cultivating gratitude helps us realize how many wonderful occurrences exist around us, while mindfulness enables total relishing of treasured circumstances. Through concentrated observation, when we apply both practices simultaneously, gratitude and mindfulness, that is, they complete and complement each other beautifully by promoting a deeper recognition, more throughout enjoyment of life's privileges. In tandem, they support us in feeling genuinely alive and getting the most out of our moments while we exist here on earth. Pretty cool. Whether you engage in mindful living or you shift from automatic reactions to conscious responses, your inner experience receive a clear examination, free of biases. This increased familiarity empowers you to detect a reoccurring pessimistic traits of thought and respectfully bringing yourself back to the here and now. A mindfulness harmonizes perfectly with expressing a gratitude, since recognizing abundance cultivates cheerfulness and refreshes spiritual well-being. Together, they create an equilibrium between unbiased and thankful consciousness. This combination ensures mental balance and strengthens personal happiness by promoting mindful and presence and heartfelt gladness. Like I said, I have heard of people practicing mindfulness and curing up to stage 4 cancer just by using mindfulness. Was definitely, I know dietary and lifestyle changes were done, but mindfulness was a big part of it. So mindfulness and gratitude, and that also goes to mindfulness does have a chunk, and I know the author is not going, because that's just not the way this book is based. He's not going to go through it, but mindfulness is also forgiving, because you're not necessarily forgiving the person who did you wrong, but you're forgiving yourself for harboring those feelings, you know? And that's the part we kind of really have to work on, is holding on to that, because it's not worth it. All right, self-reflection. I do this way too much. This is what most people why most people call me an overthinker, is because I self-reflect, and I almost overdo it. Because nobody else cares as much as I do, I guess. But you should care, because I'm trying to look for ways to grow. Self-examination serves as an effective instrument for reinforcing confidence and disposal of feelings. That's probably why I do it a lot, because I really suck with emotions. We come face to face with our inward musings and mood swings through honest appraisal. This detailed analysis exposes the causes behind persistent and negative views and unlocks opportunities for further development and positive change within yourself. Essentially, it supplies you with the insight essential for progressive evolution. So, taking a step back for an occasion, privately evaluating not only does it heighten self-awareness, but also sets favorable circumstances ripe for the constructive modifications deep within yourself. Simply put, it provides valuable tools necessary for transforming both perspective and character traits. Interesting. Hey guys, if you're not looking for self-improvement, I am probably not the person you should follow, look into, or listen to. Because I am all about self-improving, and that includes you guys get a firsthand audience, firsthand watching me improve myself to become a better person also. Because trust me, I take a lot out of this. But I'm also trying not to bore the pants out of everybody. Okay, observing your ideas permits you to disconcern whatever, to turn concepts, again, like I don't want to read this and everybody be like, oh, what in the hell are you talking? You just keep reading. This, I know he's going on about internal dialect, and I want to make sure it's going to be relevant and matches and goes with what we've already spoke about when it comes to what I was speaking about, I believe yesterday or the day before. Basically, just be careful of your internal dialect. And he is not saying anything what I'm in favor of sharing. Yes. Make sure that your internal dialect is positive, but, and in saying that, if it's a good time when you are doing internal dialect to recognize when you are also wrong. And it gives you a second, and this has to go back to what he is talking about, the self-reflection. Mull that over. And again, like now, what he was talking about yesterday, I know I feel like I'm all over the place. I kind of am. Because I'm not following him verbatim, and that's why. Yesterday, he was going off of self-imagery, and you can do the same thing with a self-reflection, with internal dialect, where you can just imagine you're talking to the person that's not really there. I can't tell you, my boyfriend and I only get upset with him when he interrupts a conversation I was having with him internally. So I wasn't having it out loud at all. I was having it internally. Yes. And he interrupts. Well, I'm still mad at him internally, but not externally. We've solved so many arguments that way. Because if I'm upset about something, I have to mull it over. And I really do suck with emotions. I have to say things in a way that are not going to hurt his feelings, but be able to express how I'm bothered by something, if that makes sense. Because it's not, if I'm the one upset, doesn't mean I have to be hurtful to him. So, okay. And I don't like the way the author worded this, so that's why I'm not reading in case anybody's wondering. So, cultivating lasting change through gratitude. Harnessing the power of gratitude can be about meaningful transformations in your life. Just as a gardener cultivates beautiful blooms from tiny seeds with care and dedication to reap maximum benefits, consistency is vital. Every day, take time to express appreciation for what you have been given or accomplished rather than focusing exclusively on perceived deficiencies or shortcomings. So, both. I'm not, that's what he was kind of saying in his self-reflection. I just hated the way, I was not a fan on the way he worded it. I think it was kind of confusing. You guys were all fell asleep, including me while I was reading it. So, yes, focus on your shortcomings and maybe things you might have done or said that did not go the way you planned or you kind of expected. But don't let that over-consume you too much. You do still have to appreciate and have gratitude for things you did accomplish and did do well and things did go the way you actually planned. Don't sit on. Basically, listen, we all get stuck. We all have crap. And I actually had a therapist say this to me once, 20 years ago when I was in therapy. It's okay to have crap, but don't sit in it forever. You know what I mean? Don't sit and stir in it. It's just not necessary. And it's not going to make you feel better. And it's not going to make you smell better. So if you're sitting in crap and you're rolling around in it all the time, you're going to get up smelling like crap. Don't sit in it. It's okay to crap. Don't sit in it. If that makes sense. I hope that, I'm going to think about it. The reason I say think about it is because sometimes my mind goes quicker than, and I lose people because they need that chance. I was told actually by my comedy instructor that I need to let people think about it. So it was very ironic that he said that to me. Okay. The importance of consistency and practicing gratitude. Consistency is a secret weapon that converts moments of gratitude into regular doses of positive energy. Just as a cook adds essential spices to recipes, you can incorporate this powerful attitude adjuster by embracing opportunities each day to reflect on the gifts and the goals that you've achieved. This mental refocusing will protect against corrosion effects of negativity while promoting a brighter perspective on life overall. A valuable resource that makes every situation palatable. Interesting how you threw the cook in there, right? Begin this journey today by simply pausing occasionally to offer thanks, whether silently or out loud. Watch the sea, how it brightens every every routine you have. When gratitude becomes your daily companion, your mindset shifts towards noticing all the treasures scattered throughout life's adventures, and I'm going to add journeys. Like athletes developing stronger muscles, a consistent focus on being thankful strengthens your capabilities to find joy and challenges. It modifies the entire approach to living so that challenges don't completely block the sunshine filtered through the dark clouds. As you move forward, let gratitude become your trusty sidekick to help you experience a beautiful hiding within unexperienced moments. With its presence, difficulties may still appear, but they won't entirely conceal life's beautiful riches and steal all hope. I kind of want to do an amen right there. But yes, this way, like I said, we all crap. Don't sit in it. And it's easier to sit in when you are definitely living through gratitude. Okay, integrating gratitude into various aspects of life. This is where I lost everybody yesterday. Gratitude in relationships. When gratitude fills relationships, everyone involved experience a warmth, deeper connections. Family, friends, partners, special people play significant roles in our lives, yet often go unrecognized. Acknowledging their impact brings an immense value without costing anything except effort and sincerity. Let's make expressing thanks a habit in our interactions with those near and dear who contribute to our well-being and happiness. Don't forget the importance of showing appreciation beyond mere words. Thoughtful gestures, quality time, togetherness are creative tokens of all communications. Gratitude has a positive effect when shared freely among cherished companions. Open up that heartfelt dialogue and watch your love garden flourish. Gratitude in the workplace. Be appreciative and recognize your employees. I think we all kind of know this. And then, self-gratitude. This is probably one of the most important things. No one knows you better than you. Personal achievements get overshadowed by endless to-do lists and hectic lifestyles. A quick moment of remembering how far you've come since yesterday deserves equal credit too. Mindful focusing on growth instead of regrets propels motivation. Celebrate progress by showcasing some internal love. Each individual possesses hidden powers, waiting for attentions to fully activate them. By giving ourselves grace, we also deserve grace from other people. I think sometimes we fail to do that too. Give other people grace. Anyway, like we would a friend, obstacles diminish and confidence grows when we give ourselves grace. Self-gratitude. It sounds odd at first, but actively acknowledging accomplishments increasing resilience during tough times. Best of all, practicing self-gratification, sounds dirty, doesn't it? Becomes contagious, spreading benefits among friends, family, whose positivity overflows elsewhere. In ever-widening circles, your greatness remains hidden until it is voiced. I don't know, just don't get too cocky. Don't get too cocky. Some people, smiles and happiness and gratitude is very contagious. I would try and spread it as much as you can. However, in the next page, gratitude for challenges. Difficult circumstances spark discomfort and emotional distress. How can anyone be thankful in the face of such difficulties? I know it seems impossible, yet embracing gratitude under pressure changes our outlook and alters external events accordingly. Facing hurdles head-on with grateful eyes actually helps handle stress levels and physical recovery rates improve with perspective. This mental mindset miracle lies within us, ready whenever to be called upon. During rough patches, seek silver linings, however tiny. Obstacles are opportunities, which is what I've talked about in the past too, also. Rough patches are opportunities cleverly disguised. And they're learning. I mean, it's a good learning experience. So be grateful for your obstacles and challenges in life also. Find simple joys and things. You know what? I'm not going to read this unless somebody needs me to, but I find joy in the silliest things out there. A lot of people in my personal life think I'm hilarious. Think I'm almost silly and childlike. But it takes little things to fascinate me. Springs. Do you ever see a spring? How cool is that? Springs absolutely fascinate me. I don't know why. It's a coil. I mean, it's all rolled up in a coil. They make me happy. So, and I'm cutting short because that's essentially what the author is saying, is find stuff like that makes you happy. They always have made me happy. Balloons generally make me really happy. I really enjoy balloons. Giant bananas that, people who care about you find in a thrift store. I don't know. I hope you're seeing him. But yeah, there's a giant banana in the corner with a face. And he makes me happy. His name is Big Joe. I have a minor banana here. And stuff like this makes me happy, and I'll show you why. This is way better than me reading out of a book, right? And telling you what the author said about, But so check it out. This is my little banana that I had. And look, this makes me happy. See how simple stuff like that. That is way better than me reading out of a book. It's that kind of, even though everybody left. That kind of stuff makes me happy. And those are the things. See what the author says. Finding joy in simple things. Since everybody left, I'll read it out of the book. Life holds numerous opportunities for happiness that we often miss out by seeking great excitement. But don't underestimate how interesting normal activities can be when given appreciation. What might seem a potentially offers, which might seem so simple, potentially offers much more substance than first expressions show. Don't neglect your inner child, is what I want to say. But he actually says, do not neglect your inner potential for finding happiness, because you got the keys to discovering from not so grand events. To discover pleasure in usual occurrences, take an interest in similar to that of a curious kid. Thank you. This is exactly what I was saying. Small joys hide within the reach. You look closely day-to-day happenings, because they're often right there where the eyes meet the view. Take note and ponder their significance, since they shine brightly once acknowledged by those who pay attention. Instant springs, okay? Random different kinds of bananas. Many valuable jewels are discovered just like that. As I pen these thoughts, let me remind you to stop and notice the world occasionally. Feel that soft breeze on your skin while listening to nature sing sweet music in your ears. Look closely at the nature art pieces exploding with hues of color, ready to add beauty to anyone's day. It's the same kind of things. It's the simple things of life. Simple things that makes life so pleasant. And that right there, you can find gratitude in every time. Okay. Now he's going to give us examples of how to transform gratitude with simple moments in life. The joy of a morning routine. Take some extra minutes while going about your daily routine. like washing up instead of quickly rushing through. Let yourself fully experience the benefits of those actions, like refreshing hot showers, which I actually take mine at night, drinking flavorful coffee, which I tried to give up and I failed miserably, so now I'm just enjoying it, enjoying life again. All which boost well-being and corporate thanks for such helpful habits in your head and body, leaving yourself better prepared mentally for the days ahead filled with renewed energy and focus. How about trying out this concept? You could really enjoy these actions much more knowing how wonderful they feel rather than later. Okay, the beauty of nature. Again, he goes about, he's really into nature. That is so cool. Going on walks outside means getting out of a cramped indoor place, which is where I feel like I've spent my entire vacation. Places to explore vast spaces full of marvelous attractions, begging to grab a person's undivided gaze and give them opportunities to get close to Earth's gorgeous surface while walking. Why not halt briefly underneath tall trees swaying in the wind and listen to sounds nearby echoing from playgrounds? Let your feet touch the ground and breathe clean air. Simply by looking at stunning scenery, open your heart to connect directly with nature. Allow it to do its magic on your mind and spirit. The magic of connections. Spending quality time alongside family members, friends, and enhance bond and strengthening relationships, building priceless connections, engaging in talks, revealing feelings, and deepening friendships, having lots of fun, laugh, and enjoy each other's company to build warm memories with preserving. The best way to keep those connections strong and growing is consistency of giving love and recognizing the value of the shared company by thanking others for making such golden occasions happen. Cultivating challenging times. I'm going to kind of skip his, where are we with this? I'm just, kind of curious because I know at the end of every chapter he has action steps. Oh, we're almost there. Okay. This because everybody wants to go from point A to point Z, and I get that. Sometimes we got to spend a little time in the middle, around like M and N and O, Embrace acceptance. Facing tough situations calls for honest, accepting conditions. Facing tough situations calls for honestly accepting conditions as they are without denial or shame, yet focusing to see good things in the midst of bad stuff, because nothing lasts forever. Don't confuse acceptance with current predicaments with failure. It signals readiness to move forward with spotting positive details right away. This process prepares you to find reasons to be grateful. Actual success lies in the future growth of personal maturity. Focus on what you have. Hardships usually make people zero and solo on negative and shortcomings, forgetting who stands by their side willing to help, and their own untapped abilities and hard-earned wisdom. If troubles persist in any area, it is vital to divert attention to qualities and attributes that remain intact and are ready for action. Savor small victories. Notice that incremental improvements, however minuscule, are just as important, because big accomplishments equal many little ones. Remember I said little accomplishments, it's little steps. Because big accomplishments equal to a bunch of little ones added together. Praise yourself for a steadily effort. Enable personal triumphs and showing the ability to overcome obstacles despite struggling earlier. This internal power deserves applause. Appreciating every inch of victory moves the focus off defeats, encouraging persistence, and promotes hope by realizing dreams can come true as long as you put forth constant attempts accompanied by recognition of progress made so far. All work combined paves the way for final success. I thought that was kind of cool. That's what this is, like a celebration dance, just in case you're wondering. And then he's going on anecdotes, which different people. I think we can go right to action steps now, guys. What do you think? I know it's short of an hour. I didn't stay on for a full hour yesterday either. Well, yesterday, actually, I was kind of quite bored. I don't think anybody was really getting anything out of it, but I could be wrong. All right. Let's go through some action steps and ways to kind of pull all this together. Sorry, I have a bunch of books here. I have the Bible, and then I have the Daily Bread, and then I have prayers, and then I have my work phone. It's like, and then I have the journal that I've been ignoring, which I'd rather read to you than do my own gratitude journal, which I just sat here and I talked about for 20 minutes. Plus. All right, gratitude journal is the first action step on the list. Of course it is, because the person reading this needs to pay attention. Gratitude journal. Habit by allocating a few minutes a day to jot down 3 elements that you can appreciate. Engage. This is another action step. Engage in an act of grateful observation during a stroll in nature or your area by paying attention to what surrounds you with absolute pleasure. Find things that you're pleasant to look at. Carry out generous actions grounded in gratitude by exhibiting goodwill to those around you. Do the best you can. Dedicate some minutes to practicing an attentive gratitude meditation that brings focus to merits of life. During adverse circumstances, adapt an optimistic perspective when dealing with tribulations by perceiving them as a chance for progression and self-betterment. Basically, when in doubt, look for self-betterment. So those are all action steps. I hope you guys got something out of today. I touched on everything that he had in this chapter. And I tried to give some life examples, like things I go through and things I do. But again, I don't feel he spent enough time on mindfulness. Mindfulness is very, very important. And I don't know if I'm an anomaly, because a lot of other people don't feel this way either. But gratitude to me is a chance to be humbled. Because when other people you've never met reach out to you and tell you how grateful they are of what you do, that's very humbling to me. So when I am grateful for things, it humbles me. And maybe, like I said, I might be an anomaly. But it has definitely helped my positive thinking. And I agree with what he did say about mindfulness and gratitude definitely be intertwined. I might take it to an extreme, but it does work. Be good to yourselves and to each other. May God bless you. And I will try and do this tomorrow. I will be going back to work on Monday, so I don't see this happening because I will not have this free time. But yes, be good to one another and each other. And yourselves. Be very good to each other. Be very good to yourself. Remember, you know you better, and you're the one that you talk to the most. So make sure you love yourself and show yourself some gratitude. And as always, show some grace. Thank you very much for those of you who joined me today. God bless. Until tomorrow, prayer at 1. Thank you.